on the court. So you don't expect a lot of mistakes or sloppy play tonight.
Yeah, definitely a lot of experience on the floor, so teams will play the right way. These guys know exactly what they're doing. If both squads can keep things tight, we could be in for a very competitive game.
Here are the 5 for the Suns. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Crowder holding down the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the center position. It's Booker on the wing. George defending. And Booker with the jam.
And Devin Booker at 6'5", cleared for takeoff.
Stolen by Ayton. And here's Booker. Here's Crowder. And Crowder with the jam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
And the gamble paying off.
Now here's Leonard. Back to Morris. The 3 is up. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Not sure when Kawhi saw him, but the fact is he did, and he delivered. That's a great pass.
The 2021-22 season felt like a lost one for the Clippers. Kawhi and Paul George both hurt.
So true. I mean, but B.A., those two together, healthy, are scary. A finals-level duo. It kind of shows you how you can plan, build an awesome roster, but injuries can derail it all.
Now here's Jackson. Back to Zubac. And the foul on Chris Paul. That's his first foul of the game. Just over a minute and a half in. Morris, a screen on Booker. George for 3. Just 5 on the clock. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bridges. From the low block. And that one's long. The Suns have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Here's Ayton. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker.
The classic big man play there, just pushing right past the defense and finishing strong.
Here's George. Here he goes. And Ayton pulls it down. The Suns have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Paul for 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Leonard with the ball. And Bridges picks him up defensively. For 3, George. Can't hit that one. And Phoenix the other way now. Now Booker. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Crowder a screen on George. Crowder outside. Oh, Morris with a steal. Leonard against Crowder. Pass to Jackson. George outside. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
And this is where PG, at his height, because of his size, has got that advantage to see over the defense and locate the open man.
Now here's Booker. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
At the line for the Suns.
That free throw good from Booker.
And Booker just one of these guys who's calculating on the offensive end. He's trying to figure out what defenses are doing. He's always working hard to find shots, and he's going to influence the game the way he can produce.
Crowder with a steal. Pass to Ayton. And Ayton with the stuff.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. George for 3. And Ayton pulls it down. The Suns leading. Inside, Crowder. And Crowder with the jam.
He's not going to miss an opportunity to find a teammate Chris Paul delivers. Well, DeAndre Ayton was so valuable in that 2021 playoff run for the Suns. Shot over 65% the entire postseason on their way to that NBA Finals appearance.
Now here's George. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball. One minute left in the first quarter. And the former 1-1, the first overall draft pick, Ayton, he's just a different matchup.
That size, BA, and that great touch around the rim. He runs the floor. He's a big presence down there. You just don't see a ton of centers like him around this league like you once did in the 80s and early 90s. Ayton's game presents a pretty hefty matchup issue.
And so here are the Clippers, following the score by Phoenix. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Morris can't hit. The Suns have gotten 7 of their 10 shots to fall. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Paul. Here's Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
You know, if Ayton continues to play with that kind of effort, possession by possession, he's a real tough cover.
George passes to Zubac. And stolen by Bridges. To the right side. It's Ayton with the drive. And Ayton with the stuff.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain.
And so it's DeAndre Ayton making highlights for Phoenix. Between the scoring and rebounding, an excellent period. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
So far, they've had a lot of success off fast break plays, and they'll probably continue to push the tempo as much as possible.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming, so they're creating some turnovers that they're capitalizing on.
And so in the game for the Suns, the deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Crowder and Ayton, the bigs. And it's Bridges in at the 3, the small forward. Phoenix dominating the game. A 17-point lead, their biggest. Pass to Bridges. Crowder with a screen. Bridges passes to Paul. For 3, Booker. Suns keep it alive. Bridges down low, defended by Jackson. Yep, that one goes.
Bridges on the inside, just hitting the offensive glass. That's great hustle.
Bridges against Leonard. Zubac with a screen on Bridges from 10 feet away. The shot misses. Ayton with the defensive effort. Booker for 3. That's good. For the day, he's 4 for 6.
And this is the type of play where Devin Booker is going to gain a lot of confidence and might start getting aggressive.
Zubac finds Morris. Jackson against Paul. Jackson, the pass to Zubac. Zubac with a screen on Bridges. 5 to shoot. Here's Jackson. He drains that one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3. Brent, some people have talked about the return of the mid-range jumper. Is that something you've seen as well?
I don't know, BA, if it ever really left. I mean, the guys that we talk about often have been doing it for years and doing it well. So coaches who understand that they have players that have a tremendous skill to make shots and make tough shots are still going to lean on possessions where that shot is offered up to the rim.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Here's Leonard. Count it. And it's Morris with the assist. Leonard's got his first points of the game.
That's an athletic play coming from Kawhi, just pushing his way past the defender and getting to his shot.
George against Booker. Outside Paul. Pass to Ayton. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to go on Reggie Jackson.
Unable to simply overwhelm people the way he did in college just because of his size, Ayton has done a much better job just staying patient. Great pump fake there.
And it's a completely new group for the Clippers. And a new group getting ready for the Suns. Johnson, he's checked in for Crowder. Craig comes in for Bridges. Shamet, he's checked in for Booker. And Payne is subbed in for Chris Paul. Saric checks in for DeAndre Ayton. Powell finds Kennard. Out to Powell. Fires the three. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Great job by Norman Powell off the catch.
Phoenix has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Outside Johnson. Powell with a steal. Tipped. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Shamet, defended by Kennard. The kick out to Johnson. The three is up. Counted from distance. Johnson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
The defense so concerned with Shamet and his shot-making ability, he makes the play that time.
Pass to Covington. Here's Kennard. Outside Wall. Picked by Covington. 6 on the shot clock. Batum in the post. Saric on him. Powell right side. Outside Covington. Wall against Payne. And the big finish by Wall.
And you can't talk about acrobatic finishers without talking about John Wall. Man, he's explosive.
Payne against Wall. Pass to Shamet. Saric, high post. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
I like the effort there from Saric on the jumper. Sees the defender, but still sticks with it.
And he sinks the second. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. Nice move. Wall, no good.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
Craig against Wall. Saric, a screen on Wall to the paint. And there's Saric on the assist from Craig. And the Suns lead by 21.
Well, Saric on the inside has really good quality footwork.
And so it's Phoenix. They're feeling.
With the score, your Clippers 14, the Suns 35.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. We're seeing a tremendous game from DeAndre Ayton.
Pretty much the entire first half, he was dominating down low, piling up a ton of dunks.
Yeah, there's not any guy defensively that was bodying him up or contesting the shot, so right now he's feasting.
Wall and Powell are the backcourt duo. Robert Covington is out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Batum in at center. That's the group starting the second half for Ty Lue. Craig, no good.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Batum gets the bucket.
You can trust Wall to find those openings. He's a talented distributor who wouldn't miss that chance.
Wall against Payne. Launches it. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Foul against the Suns. Cameron Payne, second personal foul. First team foul.
And Kennard out there to help space the floor with that kind of range.
And the Suns going with a whole new group out there. To the inside. That one no good. Nice D from Bridges. Phoenix has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Booker against Powell. Ayton, a screen on Powell. Booker, the pass to Ayton. Yes! And it's Booker with the setup. Ayton's got 14 points.
The skills growing maybe right in front of our eyes here for DeAndre Ayton.
Pass to Batum. Now Kennard. He's guarded by Bridges. Batum with a screen on Bridges. Back to Batum. Shot clock at 5. 11 feet out. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got rebound number 7 tonight. Booker, the pass to Paul. The 3 from Ayton. They get the rebound. Pass to Crowder. Booker for three. Tries again. Here's Ayton. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Ayton's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, again, with that kind of size, DeAndre Ayton is going to draw some fouls and does not shy away from contact.
And stolen by Covington. Knocked away. And stolen by Bridges. Outside Paul.
Get through, get through, get through.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Uses the glass on the layup.
Yeah, Chris Paul knows exactly not just who's going to hit him, but how they're going to hit him.
Covington passes to Kennard. Covington, a screen on Bridges. Kennard can't get it to go. The Suns have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Oh, deflected. Crowder. And Crowder with the jam.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
And it's a completely new group for the Clippers. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Jackson, the pass to George.
2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 2 minutes.
And again, it's Clippers missing.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Jackson, the pass to Morris. Jackson against Bridges. Back to Morris. Pass to Leonard. Clock at 6. And the Suns pushing it up now. Booker finds Ayton. Outside Booker. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to be on Ivica Zubac.
Booker looks so often to shoot from the perimeter or coming off of screens. You got to stay down on his pump fake.
Both free throws good from Booker. We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter. Paul against Jackson. Pass to Leonard. George outside. They need this. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Bridges with it, and it's Leonard picking him up. Bridges passes to Crowder. Booker against George. Three-pointer. Here's Ayton. Back to Crowder. It's Booker on the wing. Drops in the 3. Booker's got 5 points now this quarter.
Just not thinking about it twice. Devin Booker with the ball. He's going to let it rip.
Jackson, the pass to Morris. Down low. Here's Zubac.
Phoenix foul. DeAndre Ayton. First personal foul.
The free throw drops from Zubac.
At the line for your Clippers.
And Zubac drops them both. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Booker. Fader on the way. It's rebounded by George. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. Just 3 on the clock. And so it's Phoenix in total control. Up by 29 going into the break. Their defense. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And the Clippers with the ball on the court for the Suns, getting the fourth quarter going. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Crowder holding down the forward spots. And it's Ayton in its center, filling out the middle. And it's the Clippers on the break. And the foul on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Phoenix is shooting around 59%. They've been outstanding on the offensive end. Paul with it. Crowder, a screen on Wall. Pass to Crowder. And here's Booker. Shoots over Powell. Crowder finds Booker. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Sweet timing on that play as Ayton up there and ripping it down.
Wall, the pass to Batum. Covington, he's open. Kept alive. Second shot opportunity. And it's good on the layup.
One thing that is not going away is Nicholas Batum and that length that he possesses. Great job on the offensive glass there.
Crowder outside from behind the arc. Covington grabs the board. The Clippers have gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. For 3, Powell. Phoenix grabs the miss. Ayton's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Powell with a steal. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Bridges. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Kennard outside. Let's go with a 3. Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball for the Clippers.
Substitution on the court.
And it's the Suns with the ball. Now here's Paul. He takes it in. And a nice finish on the layup.
Just got that ball on a string and uses that change of pace so effective. Chris Paul getting wherever he wants to go now.
George, no good.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but looked like plenty of room.
For 3, Booker. Here's Ayton. Second chance effort. George with the block. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Morris passes to Jackson. And stolen by Bridges. To the middle. And Crowder with the jam.
And this kind of distribution is something that Devin Booker is only going to improve upon.
Pass to Jackson. Now here's Zubac. Jackson on the wing. He's guarded by Paul. With some arc. Morris can't hit. The Suns have gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. Booker, the pass to Crowder. Back to Booker.
Remaining in the game.
Crowder, a screen on Jackson. For 3, Booker gets the 3 ball to go. Booker's got 19 points.
And Booker heating up like this, it's going to lift the confidence of the entire team when he gets it going offensively.
Here's Bridges inside, shakes him, and Booker with the lay-in. Booker's got 5 points now in the quarter. All right, let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Phoenix.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
Well, something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff. You got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Suns.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for DeAndre Ayton.
I liked his aggressiveness here tonight, especially on the glass. He was not messing around.
And stolen by Bridges. Down low. And Booker with the jam.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
And it's Phoenix's ball. They're on a 15-4 run from deep. And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it. And the Clippers making a change here. Batum's checked in. And a big issue for them, turnovers.
Yeah, you just can't give away possessions in this league.
Back to George. There's 21 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. He hits the back iron and sinks it.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Pass to Šarić. Here's Shamet. Back to Šarić. The three. No good on the shot. So it's the Suns winning this one easily. A statement road victory.
It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's McDaniels in at the 3 spot. Morris, no good. Hey guys, how about the dominant young career Karl Anthony Towns is in?
Very few can dominate like he can, Kevin. Towns is a monster. I mean, averaging a double-double every year of his career so far. So valuable in what he brings to the table.
And the foul called on Edwards. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Screen by Zubac. Leonard the pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And how about that find by Leonard to a wide open shooter? He's only getting better at seeing those gaps. No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
So much confidence coming from Anthony Edwards. You can just see it. This is a guy who knows he belongs in the league and is hungry to be great.
Jackson misses. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Towns sets the pick for Edwards. Takes the 13-footer. It's hauled in by George.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Pass to Zubac. Outside for George. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. It's Gobert with the ball for the Timberwolves. Here's McDaniels. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. LA has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. George passes to Jackson. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. They get it back. Out to Morris. Outside, George. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. George against Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
And we all know how explosive Edwards can be, reminding us there with that thunderous slam.
It's good.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Outside for George. Leonard the pass to George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
And this is the way to stretch the floor. PG-13 with a good look from the corner, and he nails it.
Russell finds McDaniel. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Jackson passes to Zubac, and the dunk by Zubac.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Here's Edwards, and finished off by Edwards.
Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
Jackson dishes to George. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Fires from the line, and a little luck that time, but it drops. George has got 5 now.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And George kicks to Morris. Back to George. Out to Morris. A 3 ball. 4 on the clock. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
George's all-around game is very impressive. And his passing has really grown. He's able to whip passes over to open teammates right on time and on target now.
And that one, good.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
In the corner, it's Morris. Outside for George. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Outside, Towns. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Back to Gobert. It's Edwards on the wing. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Anthony Edwards has a great body and knows how to control it. Showing you right there by taking advantage to draw the foul.
And he makes the first but misses the second. Inside. And the jam by Nicholas Batum.
That's serving it up on the platter there. What a nice pass. A high percentage look was the result.
Anderson wide open. His 3-pointers off the mark. A good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Timberwolves ahead. They're up by 2. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Minnesota.
I really like how they're knifing inside with confidence, exploiting any openings they see in the defense, taking advantage.
And they're also hitting that mid-range shot at a high clip. A big key will be to continue that success throughout.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Anderson is out there with Prince. Then it's Naz Reid. And it's McLaughlin in at the 1 spot. Reid hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Clark, with the dramatic rise in 3-point shooting, do you think the league will ever experiment with a 4-point shot?
I don't think so, Kevin. That's a bit gimmicky for me, but I'm somewhat old school and traditional. I think you could maybe test it out somewhere, maybe in the All-Star game of the G League. The league hasn't been shy about trying new things and seeing what works and what doesn't.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Gobert's checked in. And here's Anderson from the arc. Powell pulls it in. Clippers trail by 4. Outside, Covington. Now here's Powell. He's covered closely. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Taurean Prince.
You know, Covington's ability to space the floor and his length at the defensive end is something every team is looking for. He is the prototypical 3-and-D player in my mind.
Minnesota shooting it as well as you're going to see, 67%. Here's Gobert. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
And using his insane wingspan and athletic frame, Gobert can flat out dominate down low.
Here's Wall. Kicks it out to Covington. Kennard, the pass to Covington. Shot clock at 6. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Covington's got 5 points so far.
The 3-point stroke of Robert Covington is really a thing of beauty. You can't let him get loose from the outside. He's dangerous.
Prince finds Anderson, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Towns, he's checked in for Anderson. McDaniels comes in for Taurean Prince. Edwards has come in for Noel. And it's Russell in for Jordan McLaughlin. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. Misses from short range.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Jackson with it. Picked up by Edwards. Zubac's a screen on Russell. It's stolen by Edwards. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
On the front foot, attacking the defense, this is Anthony Edwards at his best.
Clippers trail by 3. Jackson dishes to Morris. Morris with the screen for George. Morris kicks to George. Unloads. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns.
And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota, but out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
Pass to Jackson. Right side Leonard. Back to Jackson. It's tipped. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Towns with the ball. Russell finds Edwards. Towns with it. Over Jackson. And Towns gets it to go.
A high percentage shooter from the field. Towns recognizes what good shot selection is.
Greg, in order for Towns to get the Wolves to where they want to go, and certainly where he wants to go, how does he take the next step?
For me, last season, an inconsistent playoff performance for Cat. He's got to make an imprint on the game, even when shots aren't falling.
Reed, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert.
A superstar who really kind of keeps to himself. Leonard truly leads by example, and it's produced titles.
Paul George with the steal. One-on-one fast break. Count that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down now to just 3 in the basket from Jackson.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Russell, no luck. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. George with the ball. Picked up by Edwards. And here's Morris for 3. George passes to Morris. Leonard kicks to Morris. Clock at 6. Here's George. And the basket is good. And it's now only a 1-point Timberwolves lead.
Really strong right there. George able to take the contact and muscle it up and in.
And he gets cut. And here we go with the coach's challenge. A surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult
Previous play is under
it can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like.
The ruling on the floor stands.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Minnesota. Free throw good, Russell.
Guys, it's always good to see a young player start to mature in front of our eyes, and Russell has been that kind of guy. He's done a great job figuring out how to become a better leader.
Clippers trail by 3. And stolen by Russell. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And Anderson gets it to go.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
All with it. He's picked up by Russell. And the slam dunk by Wall.
Wall giving me some evidence of that bounce. Throwing it down with authority.
Now here's Anderson. With 4 seconds on the clock. And the layup is good.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Timberwolves lead by 5. And we'll be back. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. You've got Wall. Batuma's out there with Robert Covington. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Kennard in a shooting guard. And Towns gets it to go.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Took him no time at all on that one. Wall's got 5 points so far.
So much fun to watch John Wall get tricky with the rock and create for himself. That is special work right there.
Offensive rebound. Back to Russell. Takes a three. It's not going to go for him.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Left side, Wall. Powell for three. Rebound, Minnesota. Right side, Russell. That one good for two. Russell's got his second bucket.
They opened the gates, and he came through. D'Angelo, quick recognition.
Kennard, the pass to Batum. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Back to Wall. Passes it to Kennard. 5 to shoot. Really left alone that time. Powell's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Towns kicks to Russell. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Gobert comes in for Reed. And it's Edwards in for Kyle Anderson. Batum, the screen. Powell, the pass to Batum. Ball against Russell. The pass to Kennard. For the lead. It's rebounded by Towns. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Wall. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Noel's checked in. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Jackson. George finds Leonard. Pass to Zubats. 18 feet out. That one off the back iron and out.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Edwards passes to McDaniels. Edwards drives in. And finished off by Edwards.
You know, confidence feeds on itself, and the more experience Edwards gets, I think the more confidence he'll continue to gain, especially operating in these pick-and-roll sets.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Over in the corner, McDaniels. Hits it from three-point range. Now it's a 6-point Timberwolves lead.
Capable of finding his open guys. Edwards getting better at improving his overall floor awareness. Nice to see.
Leonard. Pass to Zubats. Morris kicks to Jackson. On the wing, George. Edwards defending. 4 on the shot clock. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Reed, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Anderson comes in for Towns. Prince is checked in for McDaniels. And Jordan McLaughlin subbed in for Edwards. McLaughlin, the pass to Noel. Here's Anderson, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. The Timberwolves shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. He's off on the second. Clippers trail by 7. Kennard for 3. The rebound by Anderson.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Here's Batum. Reed with the block. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. And stolen by Prince.
You know, Taurean Prince is not the guy you want to send to the foul line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. No good on that one.
At the line for the Timberwolves, Taurean Prince, 2 shots.
And he's good on the second. They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
There's the feed to Batum. Stolen by Reed. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Covington against Anderson. There's 18 seconds left in the third quarter, and the shot goes down. Anderson's got the lead up to 10 now for the Timberwolves. Outside, Wall. They need this one. And so it's Minnesota with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. What a defensive effort they've... And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up. Tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. Taurean Prince is out there with Anderson. Then it's Naz Reid. And it's Noel in at the 2 guard. Clock is at 3. The shot by Powell, no good. Timberwolves leading by 10. Here's McLaughlin. Anderson outside. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by the Clippers. And Wall kicks to Kennard. Drills the three-pointer. Kennard's got it back down to single digits for the Clippers.
You get open, and Wall will find you. He's got one of the best assist averages in NBA history.
And here's Anderson for 3. Doesn't go for it. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Here's Wall. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. But instead, he'll shoot free throws.
One of the things that makes Wall so tough at his position is his athleticism. And he's able to use that to draw fouls inside.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Batum. Marcus Morris comes in for Robert Covington. Leonard, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And Paul George is subbed in for Luke Kennard. Gobert with a screen for Towns. Back to Gobert. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Minnesota calls timeout. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch told the team. He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do. Stay active, talk to each other, don't let up. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Los Angeles with another miss. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Looking to get on the board here in the fourth still. McDaniels passes to Towns. Count that bucket. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
And the defense no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
And Wall kicks to George. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
Gobert with a screen on Morris. And finished off by McDaniel.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Opponents are physical with Kawhi just about every game, but as forceful a player as he is, he just doesn't seem to mind one bit.
Timberwolves leading by 7. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Passes it to Zubac. All with it. He's guarded by Russell. Clippers moving the ball around. And a deep 3 from George. And rebounded by McDaniels.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
On the wing, George. Over Edwards. George finds Wall. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, there's no denying that when Wall is healthy, he is still a major threat in this league. I mean, he's lightning quick as a point guard, and he has tremendous defensive instincts. Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Outside, Towns. Gobert with a screen for Towns. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Russell kicks to McDaniel. Here's Edwards. And the rejection by Zubats. They get it back. McDaniels. It's rebounded by John Wall. Clippers trail by 8. Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. Wall, that's a 2-pointer. Los Angeles with another miss.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And they just didn't have enough to overcome this deficit. Chalk up this game as a fantastic victory for Minnesota.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Anthony Edwards.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Wall passes to Morris. Fires for 3. That shot misses. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Anderson going inside. That one goes in.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Anderson with the ball. And so Minnesota takes the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA this one won. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and
how much of that is the system?
Well, these teams have great systems, but ultimately it's about the players. The coaching takes you a long way, but it's a players' league. You need skilled guys who can execute your system, especially when you're in the playoffs.
And a look at Minnesota's opening lineup. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's Russell in at the point. The kick out to Edwards. Into the lane. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And it's going to go on Devin Booker.
Well, Anthony Edwards has got a well-rounded offensive game. He can put it on the deck and draw contact. Shows you right there.
McDaniels against Booker. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Court vision, intellect, basketball IQ, the masterful distributor that is Chris Paul.
McDaniels inside. He's against Crowder. And Gobert with the stuff.
And it's so hard to stop the putback when you let him live at the rim like that.
Boy, once he gets his hands on it around the rim, it's too late.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
Aiden, no good. We played just over a minute here in the first. And when Aiden isn't playing basketball, either the live or video game version, he's often drawing.
Yeah, I mean, he grew up wanting to be an architect. I actually hear that he loves blueprints, but probably his most famous sketch, himself dunking on Joel Embiid his rookie year.
Three-pointer, Bridges. Unable to get that one. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. McDaniels passes to Russell, lays it up and banks it in.
Oh, man, how good is he at turning on the Jets and getting to that next level? D'Angelo Russell, fearless, driving on the interior.
Now here's Paul. Here's Aiden. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Personal foul.
That's good from Aiden.
At the line for Phoenix.
Aiden hits them both.
I think what you like most about DeAndre Ayton is probably how efficient he is on the offensive end. Now, obviously, the next step, he's got to raise his game and defensive intensity on that end of the floor.
Here's Paul. Crowder outside. Pass to Bridges. 6 to shoot. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Such a smart offensive player. Mikal Bridges assertive and focused when he gets this close.
Shot's good by Towns.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Booker finds Crowder. And Crowder with the jam.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Edwards against Bridges. And Edwards, here we go.
This guy is so explosive. Anthony Edwards off the bounce. My goodness.
2 points. That one goes.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other. Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Crowder, a screen on Russell. Ball passes to Crowder. Booker for 3. Drills it from deep. Booker's got 5 now.
Well, this is very much the definition of a shooting guard. Booker always looking to rise and fire from range. Boy, that's too easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
Oh, there's the alley. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Elite athleticism from Mr. Ayton. No doubt on the dunk.
Here's Edwards. The rebound by Bridges.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chipping.
Paul with the bucket. 6 points for him.
And for a smaller player, Chris Paul appears so comfortable on the interior. He knows he can score from this area.
Crowder with a steal. And now the Suns fast break. Bridges passes to Crowder. Pass to Booker. Crowder, a screen on McDaniels. Out to the right wing. Three-pointer. Paul, shot is off. The Timberwolves have gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. Can they get it? Gobert goes in. McDaniels passes to Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Towns has a 7'4" wingspan. If he gets off the floor, good night.
And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
There's 14 seconds left in the first. Here's Paul. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Yeah, you have got to be cautious around Chris Paul. He understands how to lean and when to draw contact. The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
To the paint. Stolen by Bridges. Oh, what a performance by Chris Paul. He's been the story for the Phoenix Suns. 8 points in the quarter, showing how
And please give a big round of applause for your Suns youth team.
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Suns.
Well, guys, early on, they're driving the lane constantly, using their quickness to gain an advantage. Look at their points off penetration.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Crowder and Ayton the bigs. And it's Bridges in at the small forward position. That's the Suns 5 as we get into the second quarter. Here's Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Outside Paul. On the wing, Crowder. Outside Paul. Ayton with a screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he can't connect. He's 1 for 3 in this game.
DeAndre Ayton.
Well, Doris, Commissioner Silver has acknowledged that the style of play in today's game may have an added impact on players' bodies. How so, you think?
I think, Brian, it's not only style of play, it's the nature of an NBA schedule. You're talking 82 games over the course of several months strung together. It's going to challenge anybody physically and mentally. The wonderful part of today's science is we can have a greater understanding of that and when to rest and when to play.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. Up top, Payne. Pass to Šarić. Driving inside, and he makes it.
Boy, you love seeing this guy. When Šarić is attacking those openings, he is such a dangerous offensive threat.
Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball. And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. The Suns leading. Outside Payne. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. And stolen by Edwards. Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
I'll tell you, so many different aspects to his offensive arsenal. Towns flashing solid handle ability.
Outside Payne. And again, it's the Suns missing. Gobert with it, and it's Payne picking him up. The 3 from Russell. He drops it from range. Russell's got 5 now.
Well, the quickness of D'Angelo Russell in transition really puts pressure on the defense.
Here's Shamet. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Pass to Edwards, 14 feet away. Now McDaniels. Back to Gobert, and it's going to be a 3-second call. The Suns have gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Saric with it. And Saric throws it down.
Wow, Dario Saric gets himself perfectly positioned, and that's an easy dunk.
Here's Edwards. That shot off the mark. And here's McDaniels. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. There's the triple. The Timberwolves again can't hit. The Suns have gone 4 for 6 here in the second.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And Johnson, no good on that one. And it's a completely new group for the Suns.
Shooting one. Substitution on the
Here's Paul. Give him 8 points now. 1:49 left in the second. Crowder outside. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Russell.
Boy, that's a veteran move right there. Jake Crowder, the little up fake. That was all he needed.
Both shots good from the stripe. The Timberwolves trail. Outside Russell. Pass to Gobert. Right side Edwards. Lots of room. It's wide right. Hits off the rim.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
They recover it. Towns finds Edwards. Towns a screen on Bridges. Edwards with it. Now guarded by Crowder. And there's a whistle. That goes on Jake Crowder. That's his first foul. Minnesota with the ball. 8-point game. Here's Edwards. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. That's on Mikal Bridges.
Well, size and athleticism and a little bit of craftiness right there by Anthony Edwards. That up fake gets that defender committed, and the free throw line opportunity is coming.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Anderson comes in for Towns. Prince is checked in for McDaniels. And it's McLaughlin in for Russell. And count it! The shot is good, and he'll go to the line.
How about the ability to adjust after the contact? Booker, the score in the and one.
That free throw good from Booker. So it's Minnesota now. They trail by 9. Here's McLaughlin. He's guarded by Paul. Edwards for 3. He buries it from 3. Edwards has got 9.
Well, Anthony Edwards has proven to be capable from any spot on the floor. That time he hits you with the three-point shot. Okay, Anthony.
Booker. And he banks in the layup. And the Suns lead by 8.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Back to Anderson. To the inside. And Reed with a basket on the assist by Anderson. Reed's gotten his second bucket.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
Crowder outside. The 3 is up. Pure from three-point range.
Well, so quick off the pass. I mean, Crowder timing that shot perfectly, staying one step ahead of the defense.
Here's Prince. Ooh, Ayton with the block. Bridges outside. Out of bounds. It'll be Timberwolves ball.
Now into the lineup for the Timberwolves, Karl Anthony Towns.
And Edwards puts up a deep 3. Oh, got it off in time, but it's no good. And so it's Phoenix. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. Back at we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Boy, we're seeing a tremendous game from Devin Booker.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And, boy, this young guy has done just that.
On the court for Minnesota, Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Kyle Anderson. Then it's Jordan McLaughlin. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Boy, young talents like Anthony Edwards, so exciting to watch. You know, you've got to adapt to the NBA and continue to grow and reach your potential. But there's this infectious joy and a great smile that he plays with.
Now Anderson looking for his first basket, still in this one. And he can't get the first one. Some changes for Minnesota. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Prince comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Noel in for Edwards. The Suns leading. Outside Payne. Oh, and Reed with a block. Oh, got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
Oh, my. And that was textbook defense. Positioning himself well to send it back.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Payne. Brents.
When Dario is working this hard on the defensive end, it's key because his activity can make a real difference.
Pass to Shaman. This one for three. That's tipped. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Here's Noel. To the wing on the left. Anderson for three. Rebounded by Payne. The Suns have gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. Saric, a screen on Reed. Johnson with it, picked up by Reed. And there's Payne. That one's good. And the assist by Johnson.
Pulling no punches, attacking the heart of that defense.
Right side Anderson. Pass to Reed. It's deflected.
Oh, Dario Saric sends it back. Go ahead, sir.
The Suns have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Here's Shaman. Reed defending. And here's Saric. 5 on the clock. Here's Shaman. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And he knocks down the first one. And the Suns will go for a different look here. Ayton, he's checked in for Saric. Crowder comes in for Johnson. Mikal Bridges checked in for Craig. And it's Paul in for Payne. And the foul on Chris Paul. That's his first foul of the game.
And there's just 1 foul now away from the penalty.
And the Suns making a change here. Booker's checked in. Crowder against Anderson. Anderson with a screen on Booker. Here's Noel. Phoenix grabs the miss. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. From deep three-point range. And it's Devin Booker with the 3. Booker's got 15.
How about that? Impressive range from Devin Booker. Tremendous touch.
Bridges outside. Offensive board. Here's Ayton. Oh, and Reed with a block. Crowder. And at last, they get one to fall. He's got 9.
Well, it's his motor that makes him such an effective offensive rebounder. Jay Crowder is going to play hard.
That's what you call playing big. He just stays committed to the attack mode.
Well, major height disadvantage. He recognizes that and still able to score it.
Here's Booker. Crowder outside. Outside Paul. Crowder with a screen. Paul passes to Crowder. Yes, and it's Paul with the assist that time.
Pick and roll. Chris Paul. They are synonymous with excellence. This guy in the 2-man game, look out.
Reed sets a screen. Here's Anderson. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Outside Paul. Down low. Stolen by Anderson. Here's Noel. Booker defending. Pass to McLaughlin. Anderson for three. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Right side, Paul. To the paint. Oh, and Reed with a block. From downtown, Noel. That's good. Noel's got 5 now.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Booker for 3. Reed with the rebound.
Look, I know he wanted to answer with a 3 of his own, but you gotta play smarter. Play your game, not theirs. This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Probably the most important thing is they regrouped. They worked out some of their frustrations, and now they're starting to have some fun.
And so it's Phoenix closing out the quarter with us. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Bridges and Crowder holding down the forward spots. And it's Ayton in at the center position, locking down the middle. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
Booker, good.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Pass to McDaniels. And stolen by Booker.
A sloppy pass. Have to be more precise than that.
Three-pointer, Bridges drains the triple. Bridges has got 6 here in the quarter. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Suns.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
Those block shot numbers are big as well, guys, sending a clear message. We are not going to be scored on easily.
Paul against Russell. Ayton, a screen on Russell. Paul into the lane, and Gobert with a block.
This guy is an absolute menace and force on the defensive end. Rudy Gobert says, no, sir.
On the take, McDaniels finds Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Ooh, putting on a show for the fans, going up with a graceful reverse.
Oh, that had a little extra sauce on it, Grant. And the foul on Chris Paul. That's his 3rd foul so far.
17 fouls.
Here's Russell. He can't get that one to fall. Booker with the defensive effort. Stolen by Russell. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Hard work pays off right there. Anthony Edwards finds himself in the paint and draws contact.
And the second free throw is good. Moving along, 2 minutes gone in the 4th. Now here's Booker. Outside Paul. Pass to Crowder. Just 5 to shoot. Paul drives in. It's blocked by Gobert. And here we go. The Timberwolves on the run. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Let's remember, Anthony Edwards is 6'5" with a 6'9" wingspan. Those long arms, very difficult to deal with defensively. Draws the contact there.
And both free throws good for Edwards. Phoenix has got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. Booker against McDaniels. The kick out to Paul. Ayton, the screen on Russell. Here's a 3 from Paul. Ayton. And Gobert with a block. They get it back. with 1 second left. Booker, the pass to Paul. The putback. Back to Booker. Pass to Bridges. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. It's Edwards on the wing. Outside for Russell. Edwards against Bridges. Edwards can't hit.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Crowder outside. A shot to stop the drought. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Towns with the ball. Now guarded by Booker. Stolen by Bridges. And he's all alone. He goes up. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Well, everyone understands Mikal Bridges is a high-level defender and gets the steal, wastes no time getting it into transition.
They get it again. And Gobert with the stuff.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Here's Russell. No good. A bit long that time.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Paul. And the layup is good off the glass. And the Suns lead by 9.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
15 foul.
He hits the first one, and that brings him with an 8.
Well, we know this. Karl Anthony Towns was a go-to option from the very first moment he stepped in the lines of an NBA court. The versatility is so difficult to match up against.
Don't do anything silly. Just ride out the clock.
Yes, if they take their time and execute, the game is all theirs.
Russell against Paul. Bridges passes to Crowder. Shot clock at 6. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Well, you love Crowder's willingness to distribute the basketball. His vision allows him to set his teammates beautifully.
And here's Edwards outside. Another miss by Minnesota. The 3 is up. And Bridges good for 3. And it's a 12-point Suns lead.
During this final quarter, he's erupted from outside the arc. Just assume every 3 he takes now is going in.
So no problem for Phoenix.
emphasis on depth from teams around the league, Steve.
Yeah, the reason why is, Kevin, the speed of the game is the reason. Health has been a big reason. And obviously, the deeper you are, the better you are and have a better chance of winning a championship.
And the Clippers starting five. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubats. And it's Jackson in at the one spot. And so it's the Suns getting on the board first. Kicks it out to Leonard. And there's the drive, and it's good for two.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
Crowder sets a screen for Paul. For three, Bridges hits the three-point bomb.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And here's George. Zubats a screen on Booker. Outside, George. Leonard the pass to Zubats. A shot that time, not on target. Some solid defense from Ayton. Now, Greg, a disappointing ending to the playoffs last season, certainly for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, came in the top seed in their conference only to make a second-round exit after a grueling Game 7. So this season might be revenge time for this group.
Well, we know Leonard's an elite two-way machine, but there he shows us the artistry.
And the wide-open shot from Crowder. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
Zubats a screen on Booker. And George kicks to Morris. Crowder against George. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Jay Crowder.
In my opinion, one of the most talented two-way players of this generation. Paul George has stayed humble throughout his success and has shown that he is willing to do whatever it takes to win. Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Booker against George. And Booker kicks to Bridges. Another three for Phoenix.
And from long range, Bridges getting more and more comfortable taking and making his share of threes.
Leonard dishes to Morris. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
How often do we see this these days? Clubs answering each other from range.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And we talk about the playmaking ability of CP3. Third all-time in career assists, second all-time in career assist percentage, and he looks far from done.
And Greg, what separates Paul from the other two guys that have more career assists is that Paul also averaged 18 points a game.
And he scores with efficiency. Really a one-of-a-kind talent. When he finally does decide to hang him up, I think he'd make a great head coach as well.
Now Paul. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. Paul passes to Crowder. Paul against George.
2 minutes remaining in the
Crowder kicks to Booker. 6 on the shot clock. The three. He doesn't hit that one. And the Clippers will come the other way. Here's George. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
For decades, the Clippers were almost directionless. But they found their place in the NBA, becoming a franchise that competes in the West.
And the West, we know, is very difficult. But, Steve, for the Clippers, how much of their success is tied to their identity?
Kevin, a lot of it. They've become a hard-nosed team, hanging their hat on defense, playing together, making opponents earn everything they get.
Kicks it out to Booker. No good from outside. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Trailing by 2. Here's Leonard. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Leonard's got 6.
What strength from the seasoned veteran. Leonard loves going at defenders and scoring on them.
They get the rebound. Ayton tries again. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
first personal foul.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
Young big men, though, often struggle to find consistency, but you look at Aiton's first 4 seasons, the numbers are almost identical year to year.
Now, here is George. And Leonard has it in the corner. And the pass to Zubac. Rebound by the Suns. On the wing, Booker, defended by George.
An all-defensive first-teamer multiple times. Paul George has a nose for the ball.
Pass to Leonard. Outside for George. Tries it from 19. They get it back. Outside Leonard. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Jay Crowder pulls it in. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. Morris with the rebound. Up in time. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Suns lead by...
And please give a big round of applause for your Suns U.K. team.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
They came out firing from deep. It's always good for a team's confidence when you can start a game that hot.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. The wing pairing, George and Leonard. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the point. On the wing, Jackson. Payne covering. And here's Leonard from 3. The Clippers rebound. Zubac finds Leonard. Gets an open look and hits. Leonard's got 8.
As a coach, you feel so comfortable with Kawhi on the floor. He's one of those guys, when the clock is ticking down, get him the ball.
Payne with it. Guarded now by Morris. He gets it in there.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Outside Jackson. Screen by Zubac. Baseline try. The shot missing. And Phoenix will come the other way. Now Shaman. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. That's good from Johnson on the assist by Sharch. Johnson's got the lead up to 6 now for the Suns. For Los Angeles, they've gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. And the wide open shot from Morris. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Working hard, beating everyone to the ball. He does this night in and night out.
Payne looking around. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. More and more defenses switch everything now, Steve. And if you were coaching, is that how you'd play it? Is that how you would teach it?
You know, Kevin, yes, sometimes you have to switch, but I think the best coaches, what they do best is they show you different looks, and timely they'll do it. Sometimes they'll trap it, sometimes they'll hedge to pick and roll, and sometimes they'll just go under.
The Clippers shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. Suns leading by 3. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Jackson against Johnson. Sharch trying to break free. No good. Clippers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Here's George. Some solid defense from Sharch.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
Payne can't hit.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
Leonard kicks to George. And there's a whistle. That goes on Landry Shaman. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor.
Substitution on the court.
Wall against Paul. Here is Wall. Clock at 4. Shoots over Crowder. And the Clippers miss again.
Empty possession, and you don't want to miss these easy looks.
Booker outside. Drains the three-pointer. And the Suns lead by 6.
Superb vision and decision by Jay Crowder. Rotating the ball, executing this offensively, flawless.
Powell against Bridges. This is to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And a strong showing of physical strength there from Ayton. Defenders have their hands full when he's around the rim.
Covington passes to Powell. Covington setting the pick for Powell. Back to Covington. Batum with the ball. Now guarded by Crowder. And here's Covington from the arc. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws. That one on 8.
And guys, talk about the production that Covington brings to the table.
Yeah, he's been with quite a few teams, but he's been a starter most of his career. His presence on the defensive end, getting to the rim and scoring it, has been a treat.
Zubac is checked in for Nicholas Batum. Crowder from outside. Here's Booker. A beautiful reverse layup. Booker's got 5 points so far.
And great energy from Booker there in the paint, just working hard to get to his shot.
And Wall kicks to Covington. Back to Wall. Puts up a 3. Hey, Crowder pulls it in. And so it's Crowder with it. They'll bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Hands it from downtown. Booker's got the lead up to 11 now for Phoenix.
And from the corner, Booker is not a player you can forget about.
Wall looking it over. And so it's Phoenix. Their lead at 11 points.
The Clippers, 22.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You kind of like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Ayton is the pivot, and Crowder slides in at the 4. And it's Bridges in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Monty Williams. Down low, Crowder, and Crowder brings it in.
And this is CP3's game. He's all about trying to get his teammates involved.
There's Jackson with the 3. They grab their own miss. Good on the bucket. Morris has got 5.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Clippers trail by 11. Here's Leonard in the corner. It's Morris. Pass to Zubac. From deep, George. Rebound by the Suns. Paul with the ball. Here's Crowder. And the rejection by Zubac. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Booker fires from way outside. The long distance 3 is barreled. 11 points in the game.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive, and they have not let up this entire night. And at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Paul George with the steal. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Here's Jackson. Kicks it out to Leonard. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Zubac's the pass to Leonard. Three-pointer. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
And Kawhi Leonard with multiple finals MVPs, putting him in elite company.
GA, not many guys have done it ever. The only other current players, KD and LeBron. That should tell you just how special the Claw is.
Morris with a screen on Booker. George. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Ayton.
Defense throws everything at George, but he persists and finds a shot.
And they haven't let points get away from them at the line tonight. That's always something that'll allow a coaching staff to breathe a little easier.
Jacks up a 3. The Clippers grab the miss.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Booker with it. Guarded now by Morris.
And this is what staying active can give you. Morris sending that one back with authority.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Third team foul.
Leonard finds George. Back to Leonard. And the rejection by Ayton.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella. Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's George. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Off the mark, and a chance to trim it to single digits. To the paint. And Ayton throws it down.
And it's the way Ayton uses his body inside. It's what allows him to get so close to the basket.
And it's Leonard missing.
And that's okay. Even though you missed, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Knocked loose and stolen by Ayton. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles.
Substitution on the court.
There's 42 seconds left to play in the third. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Suns have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. And both free throws good for Johnson. Clippers trail by 15. And Wall kicks to Covington. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. No good with the triple. And here's Saric. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. No one near Wall as he lets it go. Good on the triple. Wall's got his first 3 points of the game.
Wall's been a solid pull-up shooter since day one. He stays in rhythm and keeps his form.
Now here's Payne. Johnson for 3. No good there. And so it's the Phoenix Suns enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns.
And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up, keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Powell is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Wall. And it's Batum in at the 5. Out left to the wing. Back to Payne. Passes to Johnson. 6 to shoot. Payne in the post. Covington's there. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Clearly a foul.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Suns.
They are making it rain from the three-point land right now. And the coaching staff continues to encourage them to let it fly.
And the other area they're separating themselves is with their points at the free throw line, being the initiator physically.
Shots good by Kennard. Phoenix leading by 11. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Payne can't hit. And here is Powell. The feed now to Batum. It's stolen by Sharks. Now Payne shoots the 3. Here's Craig. And there's the call on Dario Sharks. That is his first foul of the game. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Batum. Morris comes in for Robert Covington. Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Paul George in for Luke Kennard.
At times, Wall can be so explosive here, playing downhill, and then just sails over the defense for the dunk.
Paul for 3. Here's Ayton, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
And he knocks down the first one.
And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
From deep, Wall. The pass to Morris. On the wing, George. Drives to the hoop. Can't hit from in close. Suns leading by 11. And Paul gets it to go in. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. They're trying to create their own identity in Southern California. Having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
Morris with the screen for Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Once Leonard gets going like this, look out. He's cooking and showing no signs of letting up.
Ball against Paul. Plays it up off the glass. And the Suns lead by 11.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Leonard, the pass to Zubac. That falls. Nice feed that time from Leonard. Leonard's got 3 assists in the game. Crowder, a screen on George. Here's Booker. And the rejection by Zubac. They retain possession. Crowder kicks to Booker. Knocks down the 3-ball.
And with Booker's mechanics and confidence, you're always going to assume he's going to make that.
Here's Wall. And Wall with the slam.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it. Booker outside. Ayton sets the pick for Booker. Oh, Ayton in position.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Suns.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching any lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection
was better.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for DeAndre Ayton.
And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
Here's Leonard. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. So, David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll...
Wednesday afternoon edition of the NBA for you. And we've got a pair of teams here that know a thing or two about ball movement, Grant.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, there's a great feel that these teams play with. Two of the smartest teams in the league. They focus on sharing the basketball and keeping everyone involved. This is a matchup for the purist.
So here's the Clippers starting group. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point. Shot is good by Edwards.
This is how you begin a game. Set the tone right from the jump.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession. Gets the game started the right way.
George against Edwards. George drives in. Rebound Minnesota.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
It's McDaniels on the wing. Leonard defending. Driving to the basket. And Edwards slams it in.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Jackson, the pass to Zubats. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
You know, Reggie Jackson has had a few years in the NBA where he's averaged 6 or more assists, so he can make plays.
Yeah, back in the day when I was playing, the Clippers were always an easy win. Now, LA is consistently a playoff team. Boy, oh boy, how times have changed. Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion. George has the open look. Cash money on the open jump shot.
Well, go ahead and try to stop Kawhi Leonard, and he'll just move the ball to the open man.
And your last year in the league, the 12-13 season, you played for the Clippers.
Yes, I did, and a great team at that. Blake Griffin, CP3, all in their primes. We won the division for the first time in Clippers history. Team record 56 wins. That year was big in the turnaround for LA.
And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Grant.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals. But without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of.
You look at the massive hauls that have been received in the trades with Paul George. That should tell you how valuable PG is.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
That one's off.
At the line for your Timberwolves,
and no luck at the stripe this time. Second one won't fall.
Yeah, so talented. There's very little Russell can't do. It's just about the consistency, but the talent is all there. And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
And Leonard drops them both. And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Greg.
You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Towns passes to Russell. 3-pointer. And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it. The Clippers have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Pass to Morris. Back to Jackson. Inside. Kicks it to George. Beyond the arc. On target from range. George has got 6.
Man, that one looked good all the way. Paul George from deep range.
Edwards, a pass to Towns. The shot, no good. The Clippers in the lead. Pass to Zubats. Here's George. Morris for 3. They get it back. Out to Leonard. snatched away. And here they come. Russell with the ball. Jackson in his pocket. It's tipped. Here's Gobert. It's rebounded by Morris. Los Angeles has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Here's Leonard. And the dunk by Leonard.
And Kawhi getting up that time, just owning all the airspace around the rim.
Russell, the pass to McDaniels. Towns against Leonard to stop the run. And it's laid in by Towns.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Zubac finds Morris. Leonard with the ball. 6 on the shot clock. Takes the 3. Morris can't hit. The Timberwolves trail. McDaniels from long range. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. Jackson, pass to George. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
Not afraid that time as PG goes right at the defense to make that play happen.
And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. And a new group getting ready for the Clippers. Batum is checked in for Zubac. Covington comes in for Morris. Powell, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Wall in for Jackson. Pass to Anderson. To the middle. Here's Reed, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It goes on Nick Batum.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
That free throw, no good.
At the line for 2.
Good on the second one. He got it up. It's not going to go for him. Tie game in Minnesota. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
And you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
Jordan McLaughlin out there with Jalen Noel. Then there's Naz Reid. Then there's Kyle Anderson. And it's Prince in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
That's a tough shot as Covington finds a way that time. I know this much about Robert Covington. You'll never find him short on effort. This is a high-energy guy on both ends of the floor.
And so they foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And he commits the intentional foul. And the Clippers going with a whole new group out there.
Second team foul.
Towns down low. Leonard defending. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far. Well, Brent, any team loves to have a guy like Covington setting an example with his all-out play.
Yeah, BA, you know how there are guys that bring along everybody with their offensive game? Covington does that with the defense. He's out there, he gives effort, he dives on the floor, he's going for loose balls, and all of a sudden the energy of the team is right behind Robert Covington's defense.
And there's the call on Reggie Jackson. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Yeah, they've been pretty careless so far, racking up a number of fouls in very little time.
Towns passes to Gobert. And the jam by Gobert.
An awesome athlete. It's fun watching Gobert get up and hammer it down with force.
Pass to Leonard. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. And it's Jackson on the take. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Jackson. Leonard's got 6.
A really good job by Reggie Jackson just finding the shooter and feeding him.
Ooh, Morris with a steal. Leonard with the ball. Russell covering. It's good. And the Clippers lead by 2.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Oh, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Jackson against Russell. George passes to Zubac. Morris for three. No luck on that one. And Minnesota the other way with it now. Pass to Towns. Offensive rebound. Outside Edwards. Oh, hey! How about that?
That's impressive.
And down it goes. Jam that one home.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
What a powerful rejection. He's not wanting them to get an advantage in this competitive game.
Russell against Jackson. Here's Leonard. Takes it inside.
Think about a rough moment in Kawhi Leonard's career. It had to have come around 2021, that season-ending injury in the playoffs that kept him out of the entire 22 season.
Anderson's checked in for McDaniels.
And Kawhi Leonard continuing in the offseason to tinker with his game, trying to find ways to improve upon it, always working hard to bring something out the next season.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Well, we're glad, though, that Leonard took the time to fully recover, Brent.
At BA, you have to prioritize your health as a player. Kawhi has had his scares throughout his career, but him being fully healthy is going to help him unleash his full game on any opponent. So getting him back to 100% a priority for him and the team.
The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. That one a little long for Minnesota. They've gone 4 for 6 here in the second. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Anderson for three. It's rebounded by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in the game. George with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
And this is where PG, at his height, because of his size, he's got that advantage to see over the defense and locate the open man.
Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Leonard passes to Zubac. Back to Leonard. Jackson outside. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul of the game.
I have to admit, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge calls.
And stolen by Gobert. Outside, Anderson. The kick out to Edwards. Batum with the defensive effort. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Inside, here's Powell. And he buries his first look.
You can trust Wall to find those openings. He's a talented distributor who wouldn't miss that chance.
They get it back. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Covington finds Wall. Off target with the three. And the first half comes to an end. We've got appreciated, Allie, and we'll be coming right back after this break.
24, the Clippers, 26.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Yeah, he played such a smart first half, maximizing his opportunities offensively.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Checking out the group for Ty Lue to start the second half. We've got Nicholas Batum, Norman Powell out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Luke Kennard, and it's Wall in at the 1 spot. Here's Towns. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And Towns' three-pointer is the lead. But some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Grant?
Well, I mean, first of all, it just shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression and don't settle. That triple is a weapon. You also got to use your size and skill inside just as often.
Wall finds Kennard. Wall attacking. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Gobert's got his 7th rebound here tonight. The Timberwolves trail. Outside Russell. Gobert on the high post. And an intentional foul right there.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Here's Towns. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. George, right side. Morris on the wing. Leonard outside. Kicks it to George. 6 to shoot. Morris for 3. Minnesota with a rebound. Gobert's got 8 rebounds in the game. Minnesota with the ball. Here's Edwards. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good. Morris passes to Leonard. Back to Morris. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
With that long reach, Towns kicks it, then has the awareness to get the ball up the floor.
Here's George. Morris for 3. Buries it from 3. Morris has got 5 points.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
Here's McDaniels. And he gets the bucket. You know, for most players, being a starter has value. But Grant, some elite teams have been elevated by great players who have accepted a reserve role.
And it's really special, BA, when you have that. Players who are willing to sacrifice for the greater good of the team. Putting winning first at all costs. And you think about it through the years, Manu Ginobili with the Spurs, Andre Iguodala in Golden State, it really can galvanize a team and lead to winning championships.
Edwards finds McDaniels. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
At the line for the Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards.
He's off on the first. And the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Reed's checked in for Gobert. Anderson comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. Prince is checked in for McDaniels. And it's McLaughlin in for Russell. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. George for 3. And that comes off the assist by Morris. Morris has got 4 assists in the game.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Back to Anderson. Buries it down low. Anderson's got his first points in this one.
Anderson's inside game reminiscent of an old teammate of his, Boris Diaw, patient in the post around the rim.
George against Edwards. Jackson down low. Morris on the wing. Stolen by Anderson. Got a piece of it. In transition, here they come. And George with the basket on the assist by Zubac. George has got 8 points in the quarter. Here's Edwards. Kicks it out to Anderson. Reed a screen on Morris. Anderson. Just 4 to shoot. Kept alive by Minnesota. Right wing. Tries again. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Kyle Anderson getting physical with the defense that time. That helps him draw the contact.
That one's no good.
And for him, that is an ugly trip to the line. Rarely do you see him do that.
Ball for three. Hits the trifecta. And it's a 9-point Los Angeles lead.
I think the defense has more concerns out there on the floor. And they give him a good open look from the perimeter.
The kick out to Edwards. Ooh, once again, off the mark by Minnesota. The Clippers have gotten 6 of 8 shots to go and looking good since the break. Powell outside. Wall, the pass to Powell. And the big finish by Wall.
Are you serious? John Wall with the statement. Oh, that's pretty.
Paul George, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for the Los Angeles Clippers. Hit a couple from downtown. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. D'Angelo Russell is out there with Jalen Noel, and it's McDaniels in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Terrific effort from him really all night, yet despite his supreme marksmanship, they're still operating at a deficit.
Some changes for Minnesota. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert, and Anderson subbed in for Towns. Batum, pass to Kennard. Lets it go from deep. Stolen by Reed. Down low. Anderson gets the bucket.
Sometimes it's the simple play that's most effective. D'Lo with a nice assist.
Wall against Russell. Wall, the pass to Covington. Back to Wall. To the inside. To the paint. Shot clock at 5. Here's Russell. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, Russell's such a natural scorer and capable of connecting from just about anywhere.
Russell against Wall. Outside Covington. Covington, a screen on McDaniels. Powell finds Wall. Fires in the triple. And the Clippers lead by 11.
It felt like Powell had the shot, but good job of feeding the open man.
Noel drives in. Here's Anderson. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
As usual, terrific effort from him. Unwilling to let the possession go to waste.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. McLaughlin's checked in. And a new group getting ready for the Clippers. Zubac, he's checked in for Batum. Morris comes in for Covington. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Powell. And it's George in for Kennard. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
And he's battling for everything, doing all he can to help extend their lead.
Just throwing down the putback with authority.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession. Here's Leonard. Counted. And it's Morris with the assist. Morris has got 5 assists in the game.
That's great touch from the swingman as Kawhi knows that he can capitalize from that area and he can get there anytime he wants.
Wall on the attack. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Clippers.
Well, you love their unselfish play. Keeping that ball moving, good shot to great. That's winning basketball.
And it seemed like throughout this game, right after the jump ball, they've just been feeling it from distance, getting all the looks they want and continuing to take advantage of that three-point line.
The 3 ball. Rebound Minnesota. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. McLaughlin. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
He gets the first, and that'll push the lead to double digits. Edwards, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Towns down low. Leonard defending. Uses the glass on the layup.
I like seeing Towns be aggressive from deep. He knows his teammates want him to shoot from there.
Morris outside. There's the drive. Pass to Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Woo! The whole arena felt packed. Towns could just be merciless on offense.
Wall, the pass to Morris. Morris, a screen on Edwards. Gets the three to fall. And the Clippers lead by 12.
Well, with a comeback out of range, we can put a bow on this one. Good performance for the Clippers.
Loved how much they moved the ball out there tonight.
Yeah, no one got left out. This was a real team effort.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Paul George.
And I love his composure. He didn't try to do too much or force things, but he was ready to take advantage of every opening the defense gave him.
And Edwards puts up a deep three. Takes a three. Back to Towns. Puts up a three. It's rebounded by Zubac. Now George. So it's the Clippers winning this one easily. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, thanks, Alec. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brent Barry.
like we've got some time to hear from David Aldridge before tip-off. What do you have, Dave? And we've got a game that's sure to be a crowd pleaser, Greg. Two high-octane offenses going head-to-head.
And it's not just run and gun. Each team has a very well-refined attack. In this kind of matchup, comes down to which side can maintain their energy through all four quarters.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Ball and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Ayton is the pivot, and Crowder slides in at the 4. And it's Bridges in at the small forward position. Now here's McDaniels. Lock at 6. Here's Gobert. Shakes him. And finished off by Gobert.
You won't find a higher percentage shot in this league. Gobert from ground zero.
For 3, Booker. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. Gobert with it. About 1 minute into the first quarter. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Get him the ball anywhere close to the hoop, that thing's over. Well, guys, look, the Phoenix Suns ended the regular season on a high note last year. They finished first in the Western Conference, a feat they hadn't accomplished in a bit of time.
And the rejection by Towns. Russell with it. He's picked up by Paul. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. In 2004, the Phoenix Suns clinched the top spot in the Western Conference, and they're about ready to do it again.
Yeah, and that was the Steve Nash, Amari Stoudemire days, and that was practically 2 decades ago. But the Suns have earned this top spot. They have been putting in the hard work with this young core and grinding out all these games.
Is that 7 seconds or less?
Yes, sir.
And stolen by Russell. And now Minnesota on the fast break. And Edwards with the stuff.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Suns have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Paul, no one around him. Dives for it. And again, it's the Suns missing.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
McDaniels. And finished off by McDaniels.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
And good that time.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
It also allows them to play inside out, which will make them even more difficult to defend.
Crowder finds Paul. Crowder sets a screen for Paul. Back to Crowder to end the cold streak. He can't get that one to fall. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way.
And last year, Minnesota had a tough end to their season. In their 10th playoff appearance, they made their 9th first-round exit.
I don't think the Timberwolves, Greg, plan on letting their playoff statistics discourage them at all.
And that's kind of the beauty of this squad. They're out to make new franchise history, not focusing on the past, just keep evolving as a team.
Minnesota leading by 13. McDaniels with the ball. Now guarded by Ayton.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
To the inside. Here's Gobert. Plays it up and banks it in. Gobert's got 6 points.
Well-rounded effort, and they showed no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Booker outside. Just 5 on the clock. The Suns need to get a shot off. It's stolen by Gobert. Towns trying to get open. A nice shot by McDaniels. McDaniels got his second basket.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. Suns trail by 17. 1:10 left to play in the first quarter. And the basket by Johnson.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Yeah, not the start that they wanted, but maybe that basket was all they needed to get into a little bit of a rhythm.
And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Johnson sets the screen for Payne. Shamet kicks to Saric. Break against Gobert. Shot clock at 6. Back to Saric. Here's Craig. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. We've seen the Suns get back to being one of the league's elite passing teams, RJ.
That was the trademark of the Steve Nash era. And look, they've returned to a brand of team-first basketball. It's allowed them to join the ranks of some of the top teams in this league.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Edwards can't hit.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Johnson kicks to Shamet. Johnson with a screen on Towns. Johnson, the pass to Shamet. And they'll get another chance. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. The Timberwolves on top, up by 12. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Timberwolves. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that
the previous play is under review.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for.
The ruling on the floor stands.
And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. Double checking, and the game continues on.
And Phoenix with a whole new group on the floor. Richard, so much of today's NBA defense is about covering the pick and roll. As a player, is that something you enjoy, taking on that challenge of covering the screen roll game?
You only enjoy that challenge because you are a competitor and you want to win. Is it something that I'm doing on my own? Is it something that I'm doing in my spare time? Probably not. I can think of more fun things to do.
Exactly. It is not, and there are so many variations, right, of the screen roll that you can defend it as many ways as you can run it.
And these players are so talented that they can stop and pop from three. You have to guard them at the half-court line. Before, you could guard them at the three-point line. Now you got to meet them at half-court, and there's screens all over the place. It's miserable.
Suns trail by 16. Booker with no one around, and a miss there on the triple. And so it's Minnesota with it. And Anderson kicks to Prince. Bridges with the steal. To the middle. Here's Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
And with his skill, you kind of forget that Booker is 6'5" and can get to the rim with ease. Mikal Bridges has found a groove the last couple of years. 5 years removed from college, and he's become a full-time starter.
And about Mikal Bridges, just how good can he be?
He's got the power to beat you off the dribble inside. Certainly likes to attack the paint, but he can also spot up and beat you from beyond the arc.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Kyle Anderson. McDaniels, he's checked in for Taurean Prince. And Anthony Edwards subbed in for Noel. Timberwolves leading by 16. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. 14 foul.
Here's McLaughlin. Here's McDaniels. The kick out to Towns. Offline with his three. Suns trail by 16. Here's Paul. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
In the paint, Paul always stays nimble. That allows him to make adjustments that's needed to beat the D.
Edwards, that's good.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Paul looking around. Crowder sets a screen for Paul. There's the three. Shot by Crowder, no good. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 16-point lead. McDaniels passes to McLaughlin. He dishes it to Gobert. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots off to a good start.
And using his insane wingspan and athletic frame, Gobert can flat out dominate down low.
Locking the arc down. Defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks very much. The reviews have been good for the league's moves to eliminate foul calls on non-basketball moves. The NBA said it wanted the game to be played, not manipulated. Draymond Green says it helps to know that you'll have more of a fair opportunity as a defender. Guys can't just cheat the system. Kevin, back to you.
That's great to see, David. Thank you. Out to Edwards. Towns down low, defended by Crowder. Basket good. Towns has got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And you see Big Cat has the size and coordination. Hard to bump him out of his rhythm.
To the paint. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Crowder sets a screen for Booker. Stolen by McDaniels. At the elbow, it's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Right through the contact. Gobert's added so much strength since being drafted back in 2013. It's helped all facets of his game. I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Towns, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. This is his first free throw of the game. The free throw drops for Towns.
And we've seen Towns take on more of a leadership role over the years, wanting to be the guy for this team.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Reed, he's checked in for Gobert. Torian Prince comes in for McDaniels, and it's Noel in for Edwards. Craig finds Johnson. Craig sets the screen for Johnson. Just 4 to shoot. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Johnson's got 5 points so far.
Okay, when you let someone with this height get this close, it's going to be nearly impossible to stop, especially when he has that big of an advantage in this category.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Towns is doubled. Here's Reed. Some solid defense from Šarić. Here's Shamet. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Minnesota. Thank you, David, for that interview.
35. The Suns. 17.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Rudy Gobert has been sensational.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Monty Williams. Rich and Johnson are on the block. Landry Shamet is out there with Cameron Payne. And it's Craig in at the small forward. And that one drops.
And that's exactly what you want to start the second half. Smart play call.
I agree with this. Try to jump on him, dictate the tempo, and seize the moment.
Anderson, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. D'Angelo Russell comes in for Jordan McLaughlin. A nice shot by Anderson.
Using outstanding floor awareness there. Russell's ability to pick apart the defense and find the open man.
Payne dishes to Johnson. Craig with a screen on Anderson. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. And Anderson has it in the corner. To the inside. Here's Reed. It's hauled in by the Suns. Payne looking around. And that one's good. Shamet. And from college to the pros, Richard, you played for some legendary coaches. And speaking of coaching, that's something you've ever entertained doing?
I never have, and I never will. Coaching, the amount of hours that you have to spend sounds exhausting. I love my job right now, and you know why I love my job? Because I get to work with you.
Oh, listen, the feeling's mutual.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Here's Anderson.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
It's his first trip to the line.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
Gobert, he's checked in for Reed.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
Ayton sets the pick for Booker. Now the pass to Paul. The kick out to Crowder from downtown. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Russell. Drops in the layup for 2. Russell's got 5 now.
And maybe not the most explosive athlete, but Russell has the ability to change pace and knows when to be aggressive.
Booker outside. Fades. Nailed from three-point land. 11 points in the game.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Displaying superb leaping ability. Russell's electric in the air for someone his size.
Ayton sets the pick for Booker. Off target with his 3.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Here's Noel. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Chris Paul picks up that first trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And I look back at his numbers from the free throw line last year, 78%, so not too bad.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Towns, he's checked in for Kyle Anderson, and it's McDaniels in for Prince. Ayton sets the pick for Booker. And the Suns get it back. Pass to Crowder. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside? Wow.
Nice pass. Such unique talent on both ends. That time, Booker showing us his vision.
McDaniels passes to Noel. And that one is off. Good D by Booker. Paul left side. The tray. Phoenix keeping it alive with a new 14. The second chance effort. Gobert with the defensive effort.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. Minnesota leading by 14. Russell, no luck. There's 42 seconds left in the third. That's good from Paul on the assist by Ayton. Paul's got 5 points so far.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Phoenix on defense. Right side Towns. And that one drops for him. 9 points in the game so far.
And one of the offensive forces in the league. When Towns wants to score, it is really hard to keep him from his spots.
With 3, Booker, Crowder, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. The Suns have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this one.
And as a team, excellent a season ago. About 80% when they got to the line.
And both free throws good from Crowder. 11 seconds left in the third quarter. It's Russell with the drive. And it goes down 2 points.
An active competitor, Russell won't go down without a fight, especially around the rim.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. 13 points up at the end of the... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Then it's Russell. Then there's McDaniels. And it's Noel in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves. And the Suns call time here. And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Rudy Gobert.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
He doesn't take over games like this very much, but it's always possible. And when he does here at home, these fans love it.
So shrewd and elusive on the drive. Once Paul sees an opening in the defense, this guy goes into attack mode.
And the rejection by Ayton. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Johnson's got the ball. Now the feed to Paul. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
So the wing on the left. Left side Anderson. And he banks in the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 14.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Anderson outside. There's the pick from the arc. And they recover it. Here's McLaughlin, defended by Paul. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tipped away, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Off the inbound pass, and that one is hammered home.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Ayton sets the pick for Booker. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Oh, the ever-expanding range of Devin Booker, making you pick him up pretty much at half court.
McLaughlin, the pass to Reed. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the ref to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Anderson. McDaniels, he's checked in for Taurean Prince. And it's Russell in for Jordan McLaughlin.
And looking back to Devin Booker in that 2015 draft, this guy went 13th overall.
What a steal. Plus, Book was the 4th guy taken from his own college. I think that put a giant chip on his shoulder, fueled Devin to the all-star he is today. When Devin Booker steps on the court, you almost expect 30 or 40-point nights. Booker is that talented.
Gobert with a screen on Bridges. The kick out to Town. Back to Edwards. Banked in off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 12.
And don't let Edwards' position fool you. Anthony is built like a linebacker. That upper body strength helps him down low.
A nice shot by Booker.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
Absolutely, and they have to continue to go to him.
Out to the wing. Inside. And finished off by Gobert.
Big night for Gobert. This team has become more and more comfortable leaning on his offense.
Booker inside, working on McDaniels. From deep. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Second team foul.
That's on Jaden McDaniels. The second one drops, and that brings them within single digits. It's good, and he's 100% from the line thus far. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. Their biggest lead of the game was 21.
And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
Anderson, he's checked in for Minnesota. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And Booker kicks to Johnson. Ayton a screen. Towns against Johnson. 5 on the clock. Back to Booker. Baseline J on the way. Yep, right through the net. Booker's got 25 points in the game.
This is Booker at his most dangerous. No hesitation right there.
Anderson against Booker. Towns wide open. That three off the mark. Anderson against Booker. Fades back. That one's not going to go.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Down low and stolen by Ayton.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Yeah, they got to be disappointed with this result.
And he missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Poke loose. And here's Booker from the arc. He can't get that one. Here's Russell. And so Minnesota takes the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's good.